be careful not to lose it, okay? Don't think I've seen you boys before. Yo!
You can tell it's our first time here?
More or less. It's getting easier. It's my 35th attempt, so it comes with the territory.
You tried 35 times?
I guess you could say I'm a hunter exam veteran.
Not really something to brag about. Indeed.
Anyway, if you have any more questions, I'd be happy to help.
Thanks a lot.
Oh, by the way, the name's Tonepot.
Hi, I'm Gon. This is Kurapika, and this is Leorio. You sure have taken the exam a lot. Are you the only one here who's tried a bunch of times, or are there others?
I might hold the record, but yeah, there are others. For instance, that guy over there. Number 255, Toto the Wrestler. Probably the strongest one here, and he's smarter than he looks. Over there is 103, Bourbon the Snake Charmer. He can really hold a grudge, so try not to get on his bad side. Let's see now. Number 191, Botaro, the Kung Fu Master. He's getting old, but he's still the best martial artist around. Then there are the brothers, Amori, Imori, and Umori. They work great as a team, so they almost always do really well. And 384, Gereta the Huntsman. He specializes in killing all kinds of creatures with his blow dart and club. There are more, but they've taken the exam the most times.
Oh, wow.
My, how unusual. Seems this poor man's arms have turned into flower petals. Now you see them, now you don't. You should be more careful, and do apologize if you bump into someone.
Just perfect. The psychopath is back again.
You know that guy?
So, does that mean he tried last year?
Number 44, Hisoka the Magician. He was the number one pick to pass last year's exam, until he almost killed an examiner he didn't approve of.
Then what the hell is he doing here? You're letting him retake the exam after something like that?
Of course they are. They change the content and examiners every year, and the examiners choose the new material. The devil himself can pass the hunter exam if the examiners say it's okay. That's how the whole thing works. Anyway, nobody likes the guy. I'd keep my distance if I were you. Well, he definitely looks dangerous. Oh, I almost forgot. Let's have a toast to friendship. What do you say?
Hey, thanks. Yeah, don't mind if I do. I was dying of thirst. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Well, there he goes, playing the nice guy again, even though he's the nastiest one here.
The rookie crusher.
Here's to new friends and good fortune. Cheers! Sorry, guys, but the juice I gave you contains a powerful laxative. One sip, and your guts will be on a non-stop rolling.
This is Kurapika, and this is Leorio. You sure have taken the exam a lot. Are you the only one here who's tried a bunch of times, or are there others?
I might hold the record, but yeah, there are others. For instance, that guy over there. Number 255, Toto the Wrestler. Probably the strongest one here, and he's smarter than he looks. Over there is 103, Bourbon the Snake Charmer. He can really hold a grudge, so try not to get on his bad side. Let's see now. Number 191, Botaro, the Kung Fu Master. He's getting old, but he's still the best martial artist around. Then there are the brothers, Amori, Imori, and Umori. They work great as a team, so they almost always do really well. And 384, Gereta the Huntsman. He specializes in
man's arms have turned into flower petals. Now you see them, now you don't. You should be more careful. And do apologize if you bump into someone.
Just perfect. The psychopath is back again.
You know that guy?
So, does that mean he tried last year?
Number 44. He's some kind of magician. He was the number 1 pick to pass last year's exam until he almost killed an examiner he didn't approve of. Then what the hell is he doing here? You're letting him retake the exam after something like that?
Of course they are. They change the content and examiners every year, and the examiners choose the new material. The devil himself can pass the 100 exam if the examiners say it's okay. That's how the whole thing works. Anyway, nobody likes the guy. I'd keep my distance if I were you. Well, he definitely looks dangerous. Oh, I almost forgot. Let's have a toast to friendship. What do you say?
Hey, thanks. Yeah, don't mind if I do. I was dying of thirst. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Well, there he goes, playing the nice guy again, even though he's the nastiest one here.
Tomba, the rookie crusher. Here's to new friends and good fortune. Cheers! Sorry, guys, but the juice I gave you contains a powerful laxative. One sip, and your guts will be on a non-stop roller coaster for 3 days. If you want to take the exam, I hope you brought plenty of diapers.
I think this juice might have gone bad, Mr. Tomba. It tastes funny.
Seriously? That was a close call.
Huh? That's odd. Really sorry about that, fellas. Impossible. That laxative is flavorless and odorless. Please forgive me. I had no idea the juice was bad.
You don't have to apologize. What about you? Is your stomach okay?
I'm all right. I'm totally fine.
Oh, good. I've tried all kinds of plants and grasses on the mountain back home. So I can usually taste when something's bad.
That's some talent you got there. Never seen anything like it. Damn it. He just had to be some wild mountain kid. Sorry again. I'll see you boys around.
Man, I thought he would never shut up.
Something isn't quite right about the crop of rookies this year. Like 294, Hanzo. The first time I talked to him, he actually seemed pretty gullible. Keep this to yourself. But I am a ninja. Whoa, is that so? I seek the legendary scroll. It is my secret mission to track down the ultimate ninja scroll. That's why I'm becoming a hunter. Rumor has it that it's hidden somewhere that's inaccessible to ordinary people.
Anyway, this place is pretty boring, huh?
I guess so. Hey, we should have a toast to friendship and good fortune, huh?
I am a seasoned ninja. I make it a point never to drink anything offered to me by another. You understand?
Oh, right. Gotcha. I can tell he's no idiot. One wrong move and I could have been in some serious trouble. Speaking of trouble, there's 301. That guy just oozes danger. I know one thing. I'm not going anywhere near him. Then there's the one I really can't stand. 107. Nicholas. Must have been tough to make it this far, huh?
Not really. Everything's gone exactly as my data predicted. I used historical data from past hunter exams to calculate this year's location. It was really quite simple. And frankly, rather boring.
Oh, well, good.
second highest number of attempts by anyone. But it says here that you do hold the current record for the most consecutive attempts with 30. That's quite impressive.
Thank you, but it's no big deal. What do you say? You want to toast to friendship?
But after 35 attempts, you have yet to successfully pass the exam. And so, I assume you're too focused on your other objective. Am I right, Tonpa the Rookie Crusher?
Say what?
Fear not, I won't divulge my findings with anyone else. Consider it a prize for your consecutive appearance record. Farewell.
Just wait, you little bastard. I'm the one who's gonna break that snotty nose of yours.
Hey, Mr. Tompa! That juice was great! Got any more? I don't know if I'm just nervous, but I really am thirsty.
Oh, of course. What the hell? That laxative he drank should have taken effect by now. What's up with this kid? It's only a laxative, but still, if the kid drinks that much, he could die of dehydration.
Worried? Well, don't be. I'll be fine. I've trained for this. Poisons don't hurt me.
Impossible. That kid was actually able to tell what was in the juice? But if he knew, then why the hell did he drink it? Number 99, Killua. Damn, this year's rookies are completely insane. But so what? It just means crushing them will be all the more satisfying.
I apologize for the delay. Thank you for waiting. The entry period for Hunter applicants is officially closed. So, with no
And I
further
realize time's up,
the
the
Hunter
mission
exam
arrives.
will
If
now
you ever heard
begin.
what I heard in my mind, never try, you cry, it's a lie. I don't wanna ever come down from I'm in the best seats from time in the next breed. If you come and
One
you
final
me, don't
word
need
of
no one to
caution.
defend me.
If
Souls in
you're
a place
short
and
on
I
luck
can't get
or
too don't
ability,
mess with it.
keep in mind
New weights
this
and
is a very
overseas,
real
keep coasting
chance
overseas.
to end
God
up
knows we
seriously
don't believe.
injured.
They will never
Death
wanna admit
is
I'm the
another
best here from the mere
distinct
fact that I've got
possibility.
ovaries. It's a woman's world, so to speak.
If you're willing to
Never
accept the
giving credit
risks
where it's due,
involved,
cause you don't like
I'll ask you to
power.
follow me now. But for the rest of you, kindly exit through the elevator located behind you.
What a fright, must have been a parasite in my past life. I don't wanna ever come down from my soul. This is you and I, but I'm feeling too alive, trying to get me out spite. Someone's gotta pay, I ain't talking big amounts.
Right there,
Some kind of
very well. All 404 applicants will now participate
probably
in
not
phase
anyone
1.
even know. Move the scatty, you're erratic in that. Baby fragile. Oh, you mad, don't come at me. Make a move, better pattern it quick. I assume you be coming for. That makes two of us, Venom.
I think anybody was going to leave. I hope a few duck out at least.
Night time today, lab. Same lads made minds and go deep. Oh, he wouldn't guess him so chill. Part of the day in the life you won't see. Part of the day in the life you can't be here for. It's the day in the life for OGs. Dealing with. Won't leave, not a word, you will listen when my soul speaks. Down I go, so follow me, follow me, follow me. Actually, don't follow me, nobody bother me. I'm a mess, honestly, running the policies. They
How
want
rude of me. I neglected to introduce myself.
I don't want to hear no
I am
apologies.
Sato,
Or
examiner
when
for
you're
the
young,
first
head
phase
can't tell
of the
when you're
exam.
psychotic to the wanna dig
It's
deep.
my responsibility to lead you all to the second phase.
Can't figure out if I'm going insane. Ain't no doubt,
Whatever
show
happened to
no
the
mercy.
first?
So think twice if you're gonna
The first phase is already underway.
I don't wanna dart nobody in a flash. Shoot. Hands in the air, put the money in the bag. All cash, venom.
The first phase is quite simple. All you have to do is follow me to the second phase. Don't try to keep up. Follow you. So that's it. There's nothing else. That's right. I cannot tell you where or when you must run. You need only to follow me.
I see how it is. This exam is weird.
Sounds a lot like a basic endurance test to me. That's right up my alley. Keep running, pal. I'm right behind you.
Not knowing how far we'll have to run is mentally stressful, to say nothing of the physical strain. This is a test of our mental fortitude as well.
And so, amidst a sea of warriors and villains, the first phase of the exam begins. One candidate is disqualified before the test even gets underway, bringing the total number of Hunter applicants to 403. It's been 2 hours since the exam began, and the applicants have traveled more than 30 kilometers from the start. No one knows how far they'll have to go. Nevertheless, they struggle to match the leader's pace. It is a monotonous course with no end in sight, and applicants have already started to roll.
Extrapolating from historical data, it's safe to assume this will be a 40-kilometer course. And if my calculations are correct, we should be nearing the end. What the hell was I thinking? Can I be a monster to pass the Hunter exam? I'm surrounded by them. Hey, wait up, kid! How about you show a little respect for the exam?
What do you mean?
I mean, quit using a damn skateboard! That's cheating!
How's that?
Ow! This is an endurance test, that's how! What are you babbling about now, Code?
The examiner guy only said we had to follow him, that's all.
Hey, what side are you on, anyway?
Hey, follow me. Here's the I think I'll run. My name's Killer.
I'm the 2KMC, and I'm here to talk about the upcoming neighborhood events. Put your phone down, I have some info you do not want to miss. This weekend, make your way to
Thanks for joining our Tuesday night broadcast of the NBA on 2K. And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Last season with the Pelicans, Brandon Ingram.
He is indeed, D.A. Thank you. Now, the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Then it's Ball, and then there's Steven Adams, and it's Alexander Walker in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Jay, and it's Drummond in at the center filling out the middle. And it's pretty clear that Adam Silver would like to implement, Chris, a mid-season tournament. What do you think would motivate teams for something like that?
Man, it depends, Kevin. It could be money, or it could make the games count extra, or different seeding or position of seeding in the playoffs. These days, I guess it wouldn't hurt to try.
Now here is Davis, and he lays it straight in. Davis has got the first points of the night for Los Angeles.
Defender plays tough, but Davis is tougher. He plays through the contact with authority.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Here's Williamson, and Davis sends it back. Down low, here's Jay. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
Oh, I love it. He's working the ball down low. Always a good plan of attack.
Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Suns. About a minute played so far here in the first. Just 5 on the clock. Ingram passes to Williamson. Ball from long range. They get it back. And Adams with the slam.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
The shot's good from Jay. Jay's got his second bucket.
Well, in shoe news, we saw that Junior signed on with one of the heavy hitters. A big moment for him as he becomes a member of the Nike team.
Nike marketing must have made a great presentation, Greg, to land Junior. Great to see a player like Junior continue to work hard and get his own shoe deal. Now, here's Schroeder. Zion Williamson unable to get his last shot to go. Offensive rebound. Drummond. Left side, Davis. And another shot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
What separates AD from most big men, he's got every tool at his disposal, and he knows exactly when to use them.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of the night.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them.
Yeah, the coaching staff values the effect Davis has on the team. I mean, he's a strong enough player that the rest of the guys can really rally around.
Now, here's Adams. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game. And it's Ingram missing.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
And Davis gets it to go.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Here's Ball. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And that's the toughness from Ball, accepting the punishment and powering through it like a champ.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Harrell, he's checked in for Drummond. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. Greg, hard to think of a player in this league with more of a pass-first mentality than Lonzo Ball.
I mean, total unselfishness, elite vision. Sometimes you'd like to see him penetrate a little more in the half court, but he's improving from range, and that'll open up driving lanes, and he can take advantage.
Now here's Ingram. 23 points for him the last game against Houston. Great D that time from Harrell. Lakers leading by 5. Jay, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Jay's got 6. 1:37 left in the first quarter. Rubio outside. Ingram deciding where to go with it. And the Pelicans miss again.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
The shot's good from James.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And the Lakers making a change here. Horton Tucker's checked in. Damian Lee, he's checked in for the Pelicans. And here are the Pelicans now. They trail by 9 points. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game 4 of 5 in a row at home. So for New Orleans right now, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. And then there's Steven Adams. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 2. Here's Adams following the bucket by the Lakers. Pass to Ingram. 6 on the shot clock. Rebound the Lakers. Drummond's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Suns was outstanding. He tallied 25 points, and he was efficient out there, whether it was from the field or at the free throw line. He was unguardable all game long. He took whatever the defense gave up. I'm sure he wants to do that again tonight, Kevin.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
It's all about getting into a comfort zone early. When he does that, he can be very difficult to contain the rest of the way.
Greg, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
And so it's New Orleans with it after the basket by the Lakers. Schroeder against Ball. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Adams trying to free himself up. And the Pelicans miss again.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Man, the mobility of Drummond is important to his team. When the ball is lobbed his way, it's game over for the defense.
Pelicans trail by 14. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Nowadays, the three-point shot is huge. They were on fire from outside.
Marcus Gasol is checked in for Harold. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Poked away. Now the Lakers on the break. Here's Jay. He can't hit that time. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Back to Williamson. Passes it to Ingram. To stop the drought. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. They get Marcus Gasol.
And there are a number of things that make Ingram a dominant force. But what really jumps out at you, the moment you see him, the length. Few wings in league history have had a 7'3" wingspan. Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach. approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And the 7'1" Gasol sees over the defense with ease. I mean, fantastic at spotting the open man.
Lakers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Pelicans trail by 15. Lee outside. Feeds to Green. Davis with some nice D.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
26 seconds left in the second quarter. Ingram kicks to Rubio. For 3. And it's Ingram missing.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
Lee passes to Hayes, and Gasol sends it back.
Got to be wary of Gasol.
And so it's Los Angeles looking at a. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for the Lakers right now, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Jay out there with Dennis Schroeder, and it's Drummond in at the center position. Lakers passing around. Schroeder against Ball. James. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 5 assists in the game. The pass to Adams. Ingram outside. 6 to shoot. And it's sent back by Drummond.
An intimidating big man with physical tools that are hard to come by. Drummond loves to send shots away.
Goes up with it again. And Adams kicks to Ingram. Chalk up 2 there. And that's now 11 points for Brandon Ingram.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Pass to Schroeder. Here's Jay. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now, here's Ball. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
You can make the case this is Ball's best skill. A phenomenal passer in the pick and roll.
Here's James.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Ball dishes to Adams. Back to Ball. Here's Alexander Walker. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mention. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul against New Orleans. Los Angeles shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And when rookies come in, there's a lot to learn, especially managing money. And Chris, the league is trying to help players manage those large salaries.
Well, players have great resources now that are available to them, and so it's great that the league has lended a hand and said, hey, if you need any help, don't be afraid to reach out.
No good from Lee.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much. Well, Steven Adams could be the league's most physical presence. All-star Jimmy Butler said that he is just so strong. Butler says he hit me with a screen, and I thought my life was over. Adams said his strength doesn't help with flopping. The refs are like, get up. Guys, he has a sense of humor about it, and maybe that's a counterbalance to his great physical gifts.
You're right, D.A. He is strong. Thanks for that report. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Oh, the timing on the play is exceptional. Davis arrives right on cue.
Pass to Hayes. Kicks it to Lee. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Kyle Kuzma picks one up. First trip to the line for him here. You know, you look at the 2020 class for the Basketball Hall of Fame, Greg, some great names. Headlined by Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant. I mean, historic players.
And all the more emotional, Kevin, having Kobe enshrined after his tragic passing. But when you look at the accomplishments of this class, arguably the most decorated that the Hall of Fame has ever seen.
And Greg, you've gotten a bird's eye view. You've gotten a front court view. You've had a chance to be alongside these Hall of Fame players.
Incredible talents, great people, and truly they've been terrific ambassadors for our game.
So for New Orleans right now, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Then it's Ball, and then there's Steven Adams, and it's Alexander Walker in at the shooting guard. Passes to Drummond. To the middle. The shot's good from James.
And you see the work Drummond has put into passing the ball. Solid at spotting the open man.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Here's Ingram, and it's sent back by Drummond.
And the edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Wasted no time on that one.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot for his shooting percentage.
Here's Ball, following the basket by LeBron James. Got a piece of it. Out to Ingram. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
No, he's quick on the draw. You got to understand that Ingram is comfortable firing as soon as he catches passes.
Schroeder outside. Back to LeBron. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And we've seen more attention given to how fans, Greg, interact with players during the game, whether it's verbal or even physical. Is that something the league's got to keep an eye on?
Absolutely. It's all about making sure that everyone is protected and respected. You know, this is entertainment, right? This is not do or die from a life standpoint, and we don't want to have things escalate.
There's got to be some kind of barrier there. I agree. Good. James got 4 this quarter.
Excellent court awareness. James has always had terrific instincts as a playmaker.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
It's more than just being in the right place at the right time. I mean, he's been active and aggressive.
Down it goes. Nice one there from James.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
But they're playing well as a unit, taking shots they know they can make and building this lead.
Now, here's Ball. Ingram attacking. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Williamson looking it over. He kicks it to Ingram. And they get it. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And this next draft, Chris, expected to be the last year of the... So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
On Wednesday, share the ball at dime time. Work with the community to reach the assist goal. And if the goal is met, you'll all be rewarded. Next weekend, speed up with Rush 3v3. Win 4 games.
Welcome to this Thursday night, and David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David?
Well, Kevin, even though starters are important, those great 60...
David Aldridge, thank you. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Jeremy Grant is out there with Plumlee, and it's Smith, and there's Jackson, and it's Bay in at the 3 slot. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Jay out there with Dennis Schroeder, and it's Drummond in at the 5, roaming the paint. Well, for the teams that are clearly rebuilding, should they simply play the young guns, Greg, no matter what, or should they make them earn their minutes?
Kevin, I don't know that there's a right answer to that. I think it's really about the personnel and the personalities of the guys on that roster. And really, the front office should play a big role in that as well. But it's a hard call. You got to believe enough in those young guys to say, hey, that's our future. We're going in that direction. But you still got to also take care of your veteran guys who are kind of setting the table for your future.
Jackson, that's good.
And how about just the sheer determination that Jackson brings? You can hit him, but he doesn't cave. He just stays with it.
Now here's LeBron. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Jackson passes to Smith. Rebound the Lakers. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
That was the key message going in. Be efficient. Everyone was on the same page, and you got a chance to see the results.
LeBron passes to Jay. To the paint. Stolen by Jackson. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
What's crazy about AD as a shot blocker, he can block your shot at all 3 levels.
Here's Plumlee. It's good. Now here's Schroeder. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Drummond passes to Jay. Misses the 3. The Pistons have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Jackson kicks to Smith. Clock at 4. Fires at the elbow. It's Drummond with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Jay, and he jams it with authority.
Well, AD attracts so much attention. He's learned to stay patient and just locate the open man.
Jackson kicks to Grant. Smith against Schroeder. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here.
And you know, known for that rim-rocking dunking ability. Smith Jr., though, a special talent. This is a guy who wants to keep getting better over time.
Kuzma And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And the former Utah Ute, Kyle Kuzma, can play either forward spot. Has a good blend, Smitty, of size and speed.
Yes, Kevin, but right now I prefer him at the 4. The reason why, he can stretch the floor, but he can tack a lot of those big forwards. And his shooting, it will get consistent as the years go on.
Now here's Ellington, 9 points last game. Here's the lob to the hoop, and then Okafor slams it in.
Yeah, you got to appreciate the mindset of Smith. Solid at running the offense and finding his teammates who are open.
Book it on the money from Jay. Jay's got 7. Here is Ellington. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Smith outside. We've got 1:28 left in the first. Back to Ellington. That one's not going to go. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Jay, the pass to Horton Tucker. Lakers passing it around. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Marcus Gasol has checked in for the Lakers. Pistons trailed by 4. And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Rarely frazzled. They play with a pretty even temperature, in my opinion, throughout this entire...
Platoon swap here for the Lakers. For Detroit, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
That's good from Plumlee. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble from 3 and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Jay, and it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Pelicans got the job done. He finished with 23 points, and he did a great job of letting the game come to him, connecting on a number of his shots. And he really dominated the game. He looked like he could do whatever he wanted. We'll see if he can repeat that kind of performance. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
That's what every player has control of, his level of activity. It allows you to impact the game even if the shot isn't falling.
Here's Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Throws it up high, and the dunk by Grant.
And Jackson is a terrific passer at that forward position. Fantastic at setting the table for his guys.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Lakers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. The first free throw is good. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for James. Smith checked in for the Pistons. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And so Grant will bring it up for Detroit. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
A matchup that only happens twice a year. These interconference battles can be a lot of fun.
The balance between East and West after years of being dominated by the West is starting to even out some.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Davis with the bucket.
AD has improved the outside shot, but what you love even more is his dominance in the paint.
Schroeder against Jackson. Now the pass to Smith. Shoots from the elbow. Great defense that time from James. Lakers have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Yep, that one goes.
You like the unselfishness there from Davis, a high-scoring big who can facilitate.
Pistons shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Here's Smith. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Kuzma. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's all right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
On the floor for Detroit, we've got Josh Jackson. Plumlee out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's Dennis Smith. And it's Bay in at the 3 spot. And it's Smith missing.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
The shot's good from James.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
The Pistons trailing. Grant outside. Smith on the wing. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. And it's Drummond missing. And the Pistons with possession here. Grant the pass to Jackson. Smith on the wing. He's guarded by Schroeder. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
And so it's the Lakers with it. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the final game of this 5-game homestand. Jay, guarded by Jackson. Pass to Davis. To the inside, Jay, and that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got 6 assists here tonight. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Smith outside. Poked loose. It's stolen by Schroeder. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
Pistons trailed by 4. Smith up top. He's guarded by Schroeder, and it's Smith penetrating. A rebound by the Lakers. Drummond's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
This is how it's been so far. He's missed every shot he's taken, and the team is suffering the consequences.
Smith in the post. He's guarded by Schroeder. Smith the pass to Plumlee. Smith scanning the floor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Plumlee finds Jackson. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
James, and the dunk by James.
Not much anyone can do to stop that. LeBron flexing at the rack.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well, I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple Finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, pardon.
I agree. 12 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Jay. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Jay's got 23.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. Then there's Jay, and it's Horton Tucker in at the 2. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harrell.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
Pistons trail by 4, knocked away. Here's Jay, and the layup falls. Jay's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, this is what you're trying to do, put the game away.
And he's doing it by getting to his spots and making big shots.
Here's Bay. He's defended by Harrell. A shot by Ellington, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
LeBron against Jackson. Pass to Harrell. Inside. Got it. Nice one there from Jay. And now it's an 8-point Laker lead.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And here is Ellington. Shoots. And too long on the shot.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
2 points. That one goes.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Bay. Grant outside. And that one is good.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
LeBron passes to Jay. Here's Davis. Detroit with the rebound.
Right idea, but just too much heat on him defensively, even with the fadeaway.
Outside Jackson. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Davis with some nice D. Jay, the pass to Harrell. Loads it up for Davis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
You won't find a much better alley-oop partner. AD flying to the rim.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Detroit, trailing by 10. Now a timeout called by Detroit. Without question, Jay displaying his skills today.
You have to make it harder for him to score. Deny the ball, even double, whatever it takes to force someone else to beat you.
And now a a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Jay.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Dwayne Casey went over with his team. He is not pleased, and he told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move, or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
Davis against Smith. Over Davis. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Smith with it. And good that time.
A nifty ball handler with some crafty moves. Smith Jr. knows how to create scoring opportunities for himself.
James outside to the paint. Here's Jay, and Grant sends it back. Here's Bay. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Schroeder outside. There's the pass to Jay. Here's Davis. Schroeder outside. Offensive rebound. And Davis gets it to go. Davis has got the lead up to 12 now for the Lakers.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Lakers.
They simply ran them off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jay.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
Here's Jackson. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
should have fucking. This is more bad. This 14, 14, 10, 12.
The bronze likeness of Lakers great Magic Johnson that can be found just outside the front door of our location today, the Staples Center. Welcome to 2K Sports live Saturday night coverage of the NBA. Thanks for tuning in. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brett Berry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin, thank you very much. What a great comeback story for Derrick Rose. His resilience over the years of injuries.
Good insight there, Dave. Thank you. And now the New York Knicks starters. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Then it's Barrett. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And for Los Angeles, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Jay. And it's Drummond in at the center, locking down the middle. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason, or in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change. And the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. Whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
Robinson, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
And they don't want... get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
James against Barrett. Pass to Beverly. Clock at 6. Takes the 3. And Davis pulls it down.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Jay, the pass to LeBron. Out to the right wing. Schroeder, right side. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, a good start here. That's Trey for Trey, and that's Spanish for 3.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
With Schroeder, it's all about speed. He just changes direction and shifts into another gear, Kevin. That's where his advantage lies.
And Davis sends it back. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. Good on the bucket.
Their offense is rolling. A perfect start 4 of 4 so far.
For New York, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And so New York calls timeout. They're first. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
A matchup that only happens twice a year. These interconference battles can be a lot of fun.
Yeah, this one will be for sure. Interconference matchups are always pretty fascinating just because of timing on scouting and how often you watch teams like this affect some of the unpredictability of the East-West battle.
Now, here's Barrett. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Now Drummond, after Mitchell Robinson missed from long range. Back to Drummond. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles.
Oh, great ball movement there.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. LeBron against Barrett. Trying to get something going, and Davis sends it back.
Phenomenal defense by Anthony Davis to spike that shot back. He'd make a heck of a volleyball player.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
Here's Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson is one of the best finishers that you have down low in the NBA.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. 1:46 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Barrett, and Davis sends it back.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
And that one drops. Jay's got 9. Well, Greg Kia has had a long relationship with the NBA. And they'll be continuing that with Junior signing on as a spokesperson for the company.
And I remember when it was LeBron doing Kia commercials. Kia is trying to sign the next big thing from the NBA, and they believe it's Junior.
New York calls timeout.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Toppin, he's checked in for New York. 1:24 left here in the opening quarter. And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso. That is his first foul of the game. Barrett finds Rose. Burks in the corner. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
And that's the role they want for Rose. Getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in rhythm.
Now here's Davis. Good. Nice job down low. He's got 6.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Outside Rose. And the pass to Barrett. Here's Noel. Outside Rose. Lets it go with a 3. Sinks the triple.
And Rose has shown himself capable of knocking down that 3 when he's got some daylight.
Pass to Davis. To the middle. Here's Jay. That's tipped. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Burks, the pass to Barrett. Outside Rose. Banked in off the glass. Rose has got his second basket of the night.
And as long as he retains that great explosion in his legs, Derrick Rose will be a factor around the rim.
Passes it to Harrell. And the rejection by Noel. Barrett inside the three-point line. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Old school basketball, you know, and it's fun.
Now pound for pound, Greg. Completely new group for Los Angeles. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch, I agree. Setting the floor for the Knicks. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Alec Burks.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
He has a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Pistons was a driven man. He dropped in 29 points, and there was no answer for him all game long. It looked like he got whatever shot he wanted out there. He did a little bit of everything for them. Just seemed like he was everywhere on the floor. Kevin, back to you.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
R.J. Barrett's checked in for Burks. Davis, the pass to Jay.
Oh! Yes, sir. Well, you know, Davis, and he knows, is going to draw the attention of multiple defenders, and that time connects with a teammate to get it done.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Now Barrett still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And it's sent back by Drummond. A second chance effort. Good D by Drummond.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Beverley. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Patrick Beverley is not going to back down from anybody. Even inside, he feels comfortable shooting under that kind of pressure.
Drummond passes to Jay. Right side Davis. Over Randall. Here's Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Here's Beverley. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Knicks have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight. First free throw is good.
Beverley just motivated every night to get out here, to play, to compete. He hustles and wants to make it really tough on anybody that's on the opposing side of things.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. And Harrell slams it in.
Montrezl Harrell with a throwdown that gets his teammates up.
Rose up on top. He's got 5. He dishes it to Beverley. Shoots over Schroeder. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 19-point. All right, thank you, Dave. Folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
We've got Dennis Schroeder. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Jay in at the shooting guard. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And there it is for him.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Davis, the pass to Jay. And that one, good. Jay's got 15 points.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Robinson against Drummond. Here's Barrett. No good there. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. The shot's good from Jay. Jay's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 6. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's Jay, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter.
Here's Rose. 10 points for him. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Jay comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Noel's checked in. Free throw is good by Toppin. And 1:01 left in the third quarter. Jay, the pass to Davis.
Just awesome aggressiveness by Davis there to force the issue on that shot.
The Lakers have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And it's Rose with the ball for the New York Knicks. Quickly. Off target with his 3. Los Angeles has gotten the 3 ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Pass to Robinson. Quickly. And the layup's good off the glass. 7 points in the game.
And so far are going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Lakers have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. That free throw good from Jane. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Alex Caruso. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for New York. 20 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Barrett with the ball. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Two on the clock. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And so it's Los Angeles up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm. Some changes here for the Lakers. Marc Gasol's checked in for Davis. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Jay subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Okay, time now for an injury report. Now an update on LeBron from David Aldridge. What'd you find out, David?
Hey guys, I got an update from the head athletic trainer of the Lakers. Right now he's saying it might be a severely sprained ankle, which is something every player hates to hear. This injury could be devastating for them. This is a team that had title hopes, Kevin, and this is not what they need.
Thank you, David. Guys, the only thing you can wish for is that the prognosis isn't quite as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Was really hoping for better news than that, but that does not sound encouraging.
Yeah, we always think about when players go down, how terrible a blow it can be for the team. We wish him well and hope he's on the floor quickly.
And New York, looking at who they've got, Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Then there's Toppin. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Got that one up quick. Barrett's got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, finding some room there on the perimeter, the lefty, R.J. Barrett, knocks it down.
Here's Jay, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Alex Caruso. He's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. We know, Greg, the NBA is full of superstars, yet you can foul out of the game after 6 personal fouls, and some have suggested instead just tacking on an extra free throw when a player commits their 6th+ foul, and then they can stay in the game.
You know, I think something along those lines could make sense. No doubt it's tough to see the marquee player riding the bench because it's not just the 6th foul, right? In some coaches, you pick up 2 in the first quarter, you're done for the quarter. You pick up a 3rd in the second, you're done for the half.
Yes.
So I would like to see something, but I think it's got to also be fair. Maybe you get free throws and another possession. Maybe something along those lines might be in the best interest of the game.
I like that.
Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a big difference.
Outside Matthews. And there's the pass to Jay. 6 to shoot. Outside Matthews. Gasol trying to free himself up. Offensive rebound. Los Angeles with another miss. New York's gone past the 3-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Los Angeles.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And so checking out their record tonight, that'll mark win number 32 overall.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jay.
Serving up feeds all night long. He was the best teammate that they had on the floor.
Pass to Jay. Matthews scanning the floor. Jay takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Ntilikina kicks to Payton. In the corner, it's Toppin. No good on the 3. Here's Caruso. Passes it to Jay. Fires from the wing. No good there. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long.
Opening weekend of the 2021 NBA playoffs was wild. After some surprise wins
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA. DA, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Dennis Schroeder. Andre Drummond is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Jay, and it's Kuzma in at the small forward position. And for the Mavericks, they've got Maxi Kleber. Luka Doncic out there with Burke. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr., and it's Powell in at the center position. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Jay takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. Doncic outside. It's stolen by Davis. Passes it to Jay. And that'll be two free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Lakers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
Both free throws good from Jay. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Burke with it. 9-point game his last outing. Kleber finds Powell. Doncic against Schroeder. Here's Powell. And that one is off. Good D by Drummond. Here's Jay. It's good. 6 points for Jay.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And it's Doncic missing. The Lakers with a quick start to this game. 4-point game. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Man, that game goes down to the wire. Both teams exhausted.
Scores! What about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness.
Oh, my goodness. AD wanted them to feel that one. Davis boosts his whole team with that explosiveness.
Here's Powell, and Davis sends it back. Here's Jay. From past the arc, it's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside, and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Down the stretch of last season, Greg, we saw some teams resting healthy players, even ones out of the playoff hunt. And they got fined. But is the amount, which I think is about $25,000, is that enough to discourage that tactic?
You know, I don't think it is. Not when team revenues are measured in the hundreds of millions. You got to do more to keep him honest, but by the same token, if I got $200 million invested in the guy, I want to protect my investment. And so if I can rest them here or there and prolong their career, I think my organization's all the better for it.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Doncic. They get it again.
This guy cannot get started, and the offense overall has been a struggle because of it.
And Davis can't get it to go.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Richardson kicks to Doncic. Count that one.
We know this. Doncic is an aggressive, thirsty scorer. If you allow airspace, even in the mid-range, he's going to make you pay.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Jay, the pass to Caruso. Hits the three-point bomb.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Richardson, the bounce pass. Let's go. Marjanovic kicks to Cauley-Stein. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 14-2 run here. And it's Harrell missing.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Richardson. The pass to Finney-Smith. Marjanovic with it. Here's Doncic. The teardrop falls in. Doncic has got his third bucket of the night.
There is this fundamental confidence to what Luka does, and those difficult floaters, no problem.
Pass to Horton Tucker. Down low. Gasol trying to free himself up. No good from Jay. Mavericks trailed by 8. On the wing, Doncic. Moves back up. And Marjanovic with the layup.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Lakers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Lakers lead by 5. And the second quarter will be on the... And earlier we got a few words from Marc Gasol regarding his former teammate in...
The way he plays defensively, you know what he stands for.
And of course, Gasol and Leonard won the championship together in 2019. Largely great because of their ability to play defense and get stops.
And 2 former defensive players of the year on the same team. That's going to be your foundation. But both guys were tremendous at the other end as well, albeit in different ways.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Lakers here so far, guys.
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, you've got Caldwell Pope. Harrell is out there with Matthews. Then there's Jay, and it's Gasol at the center. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Knicks was superb. He scored 28 points, and it seemed like every shot he put up was going in. That's how dialed in he was. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss. And he'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
Thanks for the report, D.A. Greg, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory through his talent and through that competitiveness.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
And the Lakers call time here. Your son, Cole Greg, was one of the top. Jay, Burke covering. Shot's good from Jay.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
59 seconds left in the first half. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down to 10 in the bucket there from Doncic.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. To be out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Here's Burke. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The shot's good from Jay.
You know, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
There's 18. Seconds left in the first half. Pulls up on the wing. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Doncic. Jay, the pass to Harrell. Here's Jay. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Your heads up aggressive. Play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Lakers shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. And so it's Los Angeles with the 14. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Mavericks, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Maxi Kleber. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Burke. And it's Doncic in at the point guard position. And here are the Mavericks now. Mavericks trailed by 14. Another field goal in his total, make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
If he sees a lane to the rim, Doncic will capitalize. Nice drive.
Kuzma outside. Here's Jay. Good again. He's on tonight, 9 for 13 shooting.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Now, here's Burke. He's tightly guarded. Kleber inside. Davis is on it. And Davis sends it back.
And wingspan, mobility, Davis is basically a shooter's nightmare. One of the great shot blockers in the league.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. Now, here's Burke. Defense is right there. Clock at 6. Tries it from the top of the key, and it falls over the rim and in. Burke's got his first bucket in this one. Here's Jay, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, coaches love seeing this from Dennis Schroeder. Recognize the situation, find the open teammate.
And the Mavericks call time here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
Richardson, he's checked in for Trey Burke. There's 21 seconds left in the third. Matthews passes to Davis. Passes it to Jay. Shoots the three, and that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Jay's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And remember, Davis played point guard in high school, showing off the vision there with that nice dime.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We come back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Harrell is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Jay. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 3 spot. Back to Davis. He kicks to Schroeder. To the left side wing. Pass to Horton Tucker. Here's Jay. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Jay's got 11 points here in just the second half. Mavericks trailed by 18. Richardson dishes to Burke. The Lakers with the rebound.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
That one good for 2.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Here's Doncic. Softly drops in the floater. Doncic has got 24 points.
Luka Doncic has superstar written all over him. He's cooking.
To the inside. Back to Schroeder. And stolen by Burke. Plays it in off the breakaway. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. The pass to Horton Tucker. To the paint. Kicks to Hill. Pass to Jay. Lakers passing it around. Launches it. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That's his first foul. He's checked in for Dallas. Hardaway comes in for Richardson. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Los Angeles. Now here's Burke. He's covered closely. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Burke finds Kleba. And here is Doncic. And they double up Doncic. Here's Kleba. And Kleba slams it in.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Passes to Jay. Here's Davis, and there's another one for the Lakers.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Dallas calls timeout. They're trailing by 18. 1:57 left to play in the final quarter. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Jay.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He got an extra boost from the grief these fans were giving him here tonight. They were riding him hard all night, and he ate it up. Some guys just like being the villain, I guess. Down low, here's Jay. The offensive rebound, and that one's good. Drummond
pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Powell with it, now guarded by Schroeder. Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Ray, compare the times when you played as an NBA player with a lot more contact and a lot was let go on the floor to what we're seeing now, when there seem to be a lot of whistles, a lot of stoppage of play.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. You know, you got to allow players to defend. And if they're in a legal guarding position, let them do their job. You know, eliminate the cheap ones. Part of the issue, though, partner, is now so much of the game is played on an island, right? You don't have the crowds that you typically would see guys in back in our era. There's more space. The court, in that sense, is bigger. You're out there kind of on your own, man, and these guys are crafty at drawing fouls.
It's never been harder for a defender.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Lakers.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
And not only are they on their way to winning this game, this also gives them a win in the season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jay.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
Hey, that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
Jazz held off the Grizzlies in a feisty 7-game set, and Boston upset Brooklyn in a wild 6-game series. And the Mavericks got their revenge on the Clippers.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, and now the Lakers starting group, we've got Dennis Schroeder. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Davis. Then there's Jay, and it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. And for the Thunder, we've got Williams. Horford is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Dort in a 2-guard. Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
You know, some of that I think depends on the leadership you have in your locker room. Certain guys just keep everybody engaged and motivated. And you know what? You've got to break the season down into chapters to help yourself with the motivation, because sometimes that season can be so long and it's hard to stay focused in the present when you start thinking.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Schroeder, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And here we go. Fast break. Kuzma's got it. Lets it go with a 3. And there's Schroeder. That's good. The assist by Kuzma.
Boy, really solid passer at his position. Kuzma is all about doing what's best for the team.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And here is Davis. To the paint. Misses the layup. Looking at Oklahoma City, they took the win in their last game against the Rockets.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Two points, that one goes.
And even if Gilgeous-Alexander isn't the fastest guy out there, he stays in balance. It helps him to be effective on his drives.
A couple years ago, after making All-Rookie second team, we knew Gilgeous-Alexander was good. But Greg, last season he went from good to great.
I mean, how about almost doubling his scoring average? Became a tremendous rebounder out of the backcourt. He gives you assists and picks up steals as well. Once he gains more strength, this guy could be a perennial all-star.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road, take good shots, and knock them down with confidence.
Well, efficiency is critical, and I love how they ran their offense and got quality shots out of their sets.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Yeah, and that turned the tide, the rebounding differential. They've got to focus and make it a team effort to really pound the glass.
And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. 1:57 left to play here in the first. Passes to Jay. Davis inside. His last outing, he had 8 points. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Davis using that athleticism to battle it out on the glass. From in that tight, hard to stop AD.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to talk with Oklahoma City's head coach for just a minute. They've had a tough time figuring out the Lakers this season, having lost both of the previous meetings. I asked Coach about what needed to change, and he said, "We haven't matched their energy, not once." We can do it for a few minutes, but not for all 4 quarters. That's something we can't let happen tonight. You can assume this will be an intense one from the get-go. Guys?
Thanks so much, David.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is.
The Lakers have converted 7 of 11 free throw attempts up to this point in the game. That's good from Schroeder. Here's Melodon. He's got 7. Taking a look at the Lakers. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Jay. Then it's Anthony Davis. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Makes it 2 points there from Jay.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim, that's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Melodon passes to Horford. To the inside. Melodon with the bucket. Melodon's got 9 points.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Back to Drummond. Lakers working the ball around now. The shot's good from James.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Under trailing by 11. Pass to Roby. Now here's Melodon. And the pass to Horford. 6 on the shot clock, and it's sent back by Drummond.
Not letting that one fly. Drummond using his height and wingspan to deny the shooter.
And it's Schroeder in the corner. Here's Jay, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Jay's got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Brown, he's checked in for the Thunder. Kenrich Williams comes in for Melodon. The Lakers also with a sub. Marc Gasol's checked in for Andre Drummond. Here's Dort. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Pass to Dort. Horford trying to free himself up. And Dort gets it to go.
Continues to develop his playmaking abilities. Gilgeous-Alexander is an unselfish team player.
Shooter kicks to Kuzma. Passes it to Davis. Fades away. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Davis has got 8.
You know, unlike a lot of bigs, Davis doesn't have to operate inside. He's totally confident in his ability to do damage from the perimeter.
And so it's Los Angeles. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Without question, Jay displaying his skills today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
They've got Horford. Gilgeous Alexander out there with Williams, and it's Roby in at power forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Mavericks was phenomenal. He scored 36 points, and it seemed like every shot he put up was going in. That's how dialed in he was. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this, feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Pass to Horton Tucker. And it's Harrell missing. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And last season, we saw the NBA All-Star Game introduce a target scorer, Greg, to end the game, and instead of running out the clock. Did you like that, and would you widen its use?
No question it's being looked at maybe for overtimes or tournament games. You know, Adam not shy about exploring new ideas. And I got to be honest, going into the All-Star Game, I wasn't a fan of the proposed changes.
Me too.
But once you saw it all play out, I have to say I was entertained, and I applaud the commissioner and the players in the league for buying in, and I think the fan experience was made all the more better.
Good point. To Dort. Cans it from downtown. Dort's got 5 points now this quarter.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. Inside, Jerome, and it's sent back by Drummond. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. Marcus All's checked in for Andre Drummond. Here's Maledon. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Maledon's got 11 points.
Boy, you can see the connection these guys have. They ran the play well. The defense had no idea how to deal with it.
Los Angeles leading by 17. Now the pass to Harrell. Here's Jay, and it's off from three-point range. Thunder have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Jerome passes to Maledon.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
It's Caldwell Pope with the drive.
Hey, now watch out when Caldwell Pope is on the attack. He penetrates inside fast.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Here's Jerome, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Wesley Matthews checked in for the Lakers. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 1:57 left here in the third quarter. Los Angeles has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Jay, the pass to Matthews. And that one is good from Jay. Jay's got 9 points in the quarter.
Another bucket down. Low know they've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Meladon. 11 points in the game. Back to Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. And finished off by Brown.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And Harrell slams it in.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
Jerome passes to Meladon. Buries it down low. Meladon's got 13.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
The shot's good from Jay.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Jerome. And he banks in the layup. Jerome's got his second bucket.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Jay, that one's no good. Takes him to 10 for 15 for the game. Williams passes to Jerome. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. And he knocks down the first one. Both teams just... And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
Now, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. So the Lakers 5 right now. We've got Jay. Andre Drummond is out there with Davis. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Schroeder in at the point. Schroeder passes to Jay. Back to Schroeder. Lakers passing it around. And that one, good. Jay's got 15 points in just the second half.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
He kicks it to Drummond. Kuzma outside. Davis, the pass to Jay. Ball's knocked loose. And Kuzma has it in the corner.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
And once again, they're going to come out on top in this series. 3 straight victories in as many games on the season against this team. They've done a great job of just playing their best when it mattered most against the Thunder.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jay.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
Kuzma passes to Jay. And Gilgeous Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. 26 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. That one rolling around and rims out. And here's Los Angeles. Here's Jay. Davis dishes to Schroeder. It's stolen by Brown. Here's Baisley. Hits it from three-point range. Pass to Drummond. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you later.